if there was ever an aspirational class of vehicle in India, it has got to be the SUV. From little sub 4-meter compacts to behemoth V8 powered ones, there is something for everybody and at every price point. Surprisingly though, manufacturers like Hyundai have never really managed to crack the mass market SUV segment because they just did not have anything to offer. Now they do. This then is the new Creta, one of the most anticipated and most talked about cars in the recent past.
Well, for starters, the Creta does actually look like an SUV, unlike some of its other competition. We also like what Hyundai has done with the new fluidic 2.0 design, making it very appropriate, current, and almost European if you may. So what do we like? The upright front, which is accentuated by the grille, does look quite attractive, and so do the projector headlamps, which come with LED daytime running lights. Moving to the side, the black plastic cladding on the sides gives the Creta an almost muscular feel and look, which is exactly how every SUV should be in the first place. We also like the large two-tone 17-inch wheels that are equipped on the top-of-the-line variant.
The rear though is where the design really comes alive. In fact, we think if you got rid of the badge, you could easily mistake it for a small Audi or maybe even a Lexus SUV, and that is certainly high praise. That said, the tail lamp could have certainly been a little better, maybe with an LED inspired design or just a different lighting pattern.
But the way it looks on the exterior is just a part of the package that makes the Creta a good car. Where it really comes together is the interior.
Now if you've been in the inside of a modern Hyundai in the last couple of months or years, the Creta does look quite familiar. Not only is the quality and the design quite great, the beige and black dashboard too looks quite nice. That said, we would have preferred a more softer touch to the dashboard, as this does feel a little plasticky, although again the quality is quite good. These leather seats available on the top of the line version are great and premium as well and are really comfortable. They are slightly narrow on the top and do affect shoulder room a little, but nothing really to complain about.
When it comes to equipment, the Creta is loaded to the grille. The large 7-inch touchscreen gets navigation as standard, apart from equipment like Bluetooth connectivity and of course a reversing camera. Personally though, we think the user interface in the infotainment unit could have been made slightly more simpler and more intuitive.
Rear seat comfort is something very important when buying a car in India, and Hyundai seems to have given a lot of attention to that part. As you see, there's a lot of leg space, a lot of head space, and you also get your AC vents. The seats are comfortable as well with excellent under-thigh support and good back support. Our only issue though is the fact that the windows are really small and might feel slightly claustrophobic while sitting at the back for long.
The Creta also has a lot of cubby holes and storage spaces, which makes it a very practical car for day-to-day use.
The Creta comes with 3 engine options, a 1.6 litre petrol and 2 diesels, a 1.4 and a 1.6. All 3 engines get a 6-speed manual gearbox, while the 1.6 litre diesel also gets an automatic. The one we are driving here today is the 1.6 litre diesel, which comes with a 6-speed manual gearbox. The first thing you notice in the car is how smooth it is and how quiet it is in terms of NVH levels. In fact, even under full throttle acceleration, it isn't as rough as some of its competitors. The other thing that you notice immediately is how light the clutch is and how easy it is to shift through gears, especially in a crowded city or start-stop traffic like most metros. We are genuinely impressed by the way the Creta rides. In fact, take it over a set of bumps or potholes, or even rough roads for that matter, and there's almost a negligible amount of pitch. There is, however, a considerable amount of body roll, especially in high-speed corners, and of course the likes of the Duster does inspire a little more confidence on the highways. That said, as a day-to-day vehicle, to drive to office, or just to drive around the city, in traffic especially, the Creta is really good. And of course you've got great visibility. which is aided by the fact that you've got a height adjustable steering wheel and the height adjustable driver's seat in the top of the line version.
It is prudent for us to mention at this time that Hyundai has extensively worked on the safety aspects of the Creta too. You get 6 airbags, traction control, ABS and EBD as standard on some variants. Hyundai has also worked extensively on the passenger cell to improve structural rigidity and of course overall safety.
The Hyundai Creta then is one of those few cars that does not really need a complicated conclusion. Yes, it is a little overpriced, but for the amount of stuff that you do get as standard in the top of the line versions especially, it does seem great value for money. It has considerably good looks, a great interior and reasonable performance. And in fact is definitely worth consideration if you are looking at a sub 15 lakh rupee car for your family. So, the bigger question, how does it compare to competition like the Renault Duster, Nissan Terrano and even the Mahindra Scorpio? Well, for that, follow the link in the description below and you will know our answer.
For a detailed review and more news, videos and reviews, do log on to ZigWheels.com.